we're going to demonstrate the athletic taping of the ankle, so meant to increase protection for inversion or eversion ankle sprains. The materials you will need are tough skin, tape adhesive to help increase the contact of the tape on the skin, Pro Wrap, which will help protect the athlete's lower leg hair and skin as well, heel and lace pads to protect higher friction areas around the tendons of the muscles, and 1.5-inch athletic tape. So to start, as long as the athlete doesn't have any allergies or skin irritations or open wounds, you want to use tough skin to again increase the contact of the tape and create a better fit for the athlete. So you don't have to be overly generous with the tough skin, just a quick spray is enough. Next, you want to put the heel and lace pads over the tendons. So you want to do the tendons at the front of the ankle here, as well as behind on the Achilles tendon. The next step is to take the Pro Wrap and wrap it on around the lower leg and starting to go to the ankle. Start at about the area where their muscle belly gets smaller, so that's kind of where you want the tape to begin. And wrapping it around to cover the surface area around their ankle. Next, grab your athletic tape. So the first step that we have to do to begin the stabilizing the ankle is to create anchors with our tape. So you want to start with an anchor coming up about half the width of the tape over the Pro Wrap so that some of the tape has contact with the skin. You want to make sure that at this point the ankle is at 90 degrees of dorsiflexion and that the athlete keeps that position throughout the tape job. So at the proximal part of the tape job, you want to have 3 anchors. And at the lower or distal end of the tape job, you want to do an anchor as well. When you're coming around the foot and around the bones near the pinky toe, just make sure you push the foot a little bit and widen it out so that you don't cause any irritation for the athlete. Once you have those anchors set, you can begin with your stirrups. So for an inversion ankle sprain, or when the ankle goes inward as such, you want to start with the tape on the inner side of the ankle. You're going to wrap around up past their ankle bones and back towards the other side and secure the tape on the anchors. You want to repeat this 3 times, overlapping the tape by half. And securing those down. The next thing I'm going to do is secure these down. So creating kind of a closed tape job here and then going down into my calcaneal strips, which I'll describe later. So I'm going to kind of close off these anchors so that there's no way that they can slide out of the tape job. Again, overlapping by half every time I rip. Making sure to limit any wrinkles or any folds of the tape. And so these strips that I'm doing now are almost horseshoe-shaped strips that come around the back of the ankle and stabilize. And once those are on, we have a nice base to create our heel locks, as well as some figure eights that will really give the athlete the stability they need in this tape job. So coming through, starting with one of my figure eights, I'm going to start just above their ankle bones, angling upwards towards their knee. and coming around the front of their foot, crossing over right at the front of their ankle, and coming back up towards where I started the tape. So that's the first figure 8 of this tape job. The next thing I'm going to do is my heel locks. So I'm going to start it, if I did the same over here, about this angle on his foot. I'm going to start it on this side, coming around, crossing over, kind of hugging in at the calcaneus or the heel bone. I'm going to come over and cross kind of where I did that figure 8. So crossing over and then back under the foot, creating that same angle that I did with my last round through, and coming up. At this point, if you have the technique, you can continue into a second figure 8, or you can just rip and place the tape down. So you would do another one of those, as well as one more figure 8, and then that would complete your tape job. Once you've finished, you want to check the tape for any holes, which are termed windows, or wrinkles in the tape. If there are any of those, you want to make sure that you deal with those before you send the athlete onto the field or court. To relieve a window, if there is a window in any of the areas of the tape, you can use a small piece of tape to cover that up, as long as you make sure that it's not affecting the rest of the dynamics of the tape job. For more information, videos, and tips, visit sportmedbc.com.